So the AirPods Pro 2 have a lot of upgrades to them. Some of them were really needed, some of them were expected, and some of them I didn't even know I wanted. Overall, the AirPods Pro 2 are solid. They're a great upgrade from the original AirPods Pro, and if you're an iPhone user, you really can't go wrong with the AirPods Pro 2. Regarding pricing, the AirPods Pro 2 retail for $250, which is pretty much in line when compared to other premium ANC earbuds, like let's say the Sony WF-1000XM4s, the Sennheiser Momentum 3s, or Bose QC earbuds 2. But when compared to Apple's other earbuds, the AirPods 3 retail for $180 with wireless charging, the Studio Buds retail for $150, and the AirPods 2 retail for $130. Nonetheless, if you want to pick any of these earbuds up, they'll be linked down below, or you can press on the YouTube shopping button. Just give it a try. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch shelf down below. I've made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know I can be very particular. So I'll only set my name on something that I'm really proud of. Now first, let's address this carrying case, because this is something that Apple has always gotten really right, and there are some major upgrades specifically on this case. Size-wise, the AirPods Pro 2's case is the same shape and size as the original AirPods Pro's case, and this case is also a little larger than the AirPods 3 and AirPods 2 cases. But regardless, the AirPods Pro 2's case is noticeably smaller than all of these other cases, like let's say the Pixel Buds Pro, Sony LinkBud S, Sony WF-1000XM4s, Galaxy Buds 2, Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, Sennheiser CX Plus, Sennheiser Momentum 3s, Jabra Elite 7 Pros, and Jabra Elite 85Ts. And there's also the Beats Studio Buds and Bose QC Earbuds 2, which both have relatively chunky cases. So even though the AirPods Pro 2's case is a little larger than the AirPods 3 and 2's cases, the AirPods Pro 2's case is still relatively super small, and you're barely going to notice it while it's in your pocket, making the AirPods Pro 2 a very convenient pair of earbuds to carry around. However, one of the first and major upgrades about the AirPods Pro 2 is how you charge this case. Now obviously, you can charge this case up with a wired connection and use the lightning port on the bottom. Pretty basic. And you can also use any standard Qi wireless charging mat to charge this case as well. But also, the AirPods Pro 2s have MagSafe. So you can use Apple's MagSafe charger and you can charge it up that way. And the cool thing about MagSafe is that the case and charger will automatically get lined up. But the unexpected upgrade here is that you can now also use your Apple Watch's wireless charger to charge this case up as well. And thanks to MagSafe, this smaller charging pad is also going to get automatically lined up. And personally, I think it's very cool that Apple has given you the option to charge this case with your Apple Watch charger, because it gives you more flexibility when it comes to charging. The more options, the better. The only thing that this case is missing is USB-C charging and power sharing with your iPhone. But another upgrade that is found on this case is that it now has a built-in speaker. Now this speaker is used for a few things. Now first off, you will get a chime every single time that you plug this case in to charge, which admittedly is a little annoying at first. But more importantly, you'll also get a chime every single time that the case's battery is low. And personally, I have found that this chime has really helped me remember when I need to charge my case, because admittedly, it's always been very easy for me to ignore the indicator light on all of my earbuds cases. And it's also very easy for me to ignore all of the notifications that I might get in the dynamic island if you have an iPhone 14 Pro. But the speaker will also play a little chime every single time that you put in the wrong AirPods into this case. But more importantly, the speaker is also going to help you find this case if you're trying to locate this case by using the Find My app. And this also leads us to the next upgrade found in this case, which is the U1 chip. Now, the U1 chip basically makes this case into an AirTag. You can track this case where it goes in real time, and when you're within Bluetooth range, your iPhone can help you track it down by displaying an arrow on the screen. And now, you can even track your case even if the earbuds aren't inside. But from a more practical level, I love that this U1 chip constantly tells you the battery status of your case. It tells you the battery status of your earbuds, and it also tells you when the case and or earbuds are charging. And you can see all of this either from the battery lock screen widget, or you can use a home screen widget. Personally, I have found that with this case, I'm much more aware of my cases and earbuds battery levels, and I'm much more likely to charge my earbuds when I should, and more importantly, I'm much less likely to get caught with dead earbuds when I leave the house, which admittedly has always been a bit of a problem for me. But personally, I really like that I can now track my case or earbuds separately by using the Find My app if I were to lose either one. And also, the case now has a built-in loop in it, so you can attach a lanyard to it. However, you don't get a lanyard included in the box. Now, when it comes to battery life, I would say that this is an expected upgrade. The AirPods Pro 2 now have an advertised combined battery life of 30 hours with the active noise cancellation turned on. The earbuds themselves can go for 6 straight hours, and the case can supply 4 additional charges. However, if you're like me and you only use the active noise cancellation on these earbuds when you have to, then you can always extend their battery life more. But for comparison's sake, the original AirPods Pro have an advertised combined battery life of 24 hours with the active noise cancellation turned on. The earbuds themselves can go for 5 straight hours, and the case can supply 4 additional charges. Now, overall, this isn't a huge upgrade, but it's a welcomed upgrade nonetheless. And overall, the AirPods Pro 2 still have an above average battery life for premium ANC earbuds in late 2022. But now let's talk about fit. The AirPods Pro 2 fit the same as the original AirPods Pro. They're in-ear earbuds, but they have a shallow fit to them. They aren't standard fitting in-ear earbuds like, let's say, the Sony Link Bud S, Galaxy Buds 2, Jabra Elite 7 Pros, or Sennheiser Momentum 3s. The AirPods Pro 2 fit more similarly to, let's say, the Jabra Elite 85Ts, the Pixel Buds Pro, or even the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, except these go in a little deeper. Now, thanks to the AirPods Pro 2 fit, these earbuds are very comfortable to wear because they don't feel as intrusive, and their silicone ear tips don't get itchy after a while, unlike the foam ear tips that you'll find on the Sony WF-1000XM4s. However, the drawback about the AirPods Pro 2 shallow fit is that these earbuds like to wiggle out a lot. If I'm doing any type of exercise with these earbuds, they will wiggle out, and they will even wiggle out if I'm sitting at my desk. And even though both the Jabra Elite 85Ts and Pixel Buds Pro have a shallow fit similar to the AirPods, I have noticed that they don't wiggle out as much, and I think that's because these earbuds have more surface area coming in contact with the surface of the bowl of your ear. But overall, the AirPods Pro 2 fit well, and they're great for casual use. But personally, these would not be my top pick for working out because they do like to constantly wiggle out. Now, when it comes to connectivity, just as always, each earbud establishes a connection with your phone. So if you just want to use one earbud at a time, you can use either one, it doesn't matter. And Apple has been doing this since day one. Now, there are some older or cheaper ANC earbuds out there that are using a Hero and Sidekick setup, where if you just want to use one earbud at a time, you gotta use the correct earbud. Usually it's the right earbud. And thanks to the H2 chip found in the earbuds themselves, if you're an Apple Power user, then you're going to be able to easily hot swap between any of your Apple devices associated to your iCloud account. And also, thanks to the H2 chip, you're going to have Hey support, so you can always ask Siri to do something for you without even to have to touch the earbuds themselves. But now let's talk about actually listening to music with these earbuds. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that I never actually really liked or used my original AirPods Pro to listen to music or watch movies with. I would strictly only use them to watch YouTube videos because I've always felt that the original AirPods Pro sounded very narrow and super flat. However, when the Beats Studio Buds came out, I was very impressed because they had better instrument separation and they had a lot more resonance in their bass. And when the AirPod 3 came out, they also gave me high hopes for the AirPod Pro 2 because the AirPod 3 managed to sound great even though they aren't in-ear earbuds. And thankfully, the AirPod Pro 2 managed to exceed my expectations, and I feel that these are truly a great sounding pair of earbuds. Now, the most obvious improvement on the AirPod Pro 2 is that they have much better bass response this time around. The bass on these earbuds resonates a good amount, and these earbuds have good instrument separation as well. Overall, these earbuds perform very similar to both the Studio Buds and Beats Fit Pro, but the main difference here is that the highs on the AirPod Pro 2 are much more relaxed, so they don't get overly bright at higher volumes. And I gotta say, the AirPod Pro 2 are now my second favorite sounding earbuds. I can confidently say that the AirPod Pro 2 sound better than the Sony WF-1000 XM4s and Pixel Buds Pro, because both of these earbuds have a warm and bass heavy nature to them, and I feel that the AirPod Pro 2 sound better than both the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro and Bose QC earbuds 2, because both of these earbuds lean towards a brighter sound signature to them with less bass. However, I am going to have to maintain that both the Sennheiser CX Plus and Sennheiser Momentum 3s continue to sound better than the AirPod Pro 2. But the improvements here are going to be marginal, and I feel that most people won't really care. Nonetheless, I feel that Sennheiser's earbuds sound a little more balanced than the AirPod Pro 2 because their highs aren't as prominent. I also feel that both of Sennheiser's earbuds do a better job of giving more clarity to the instrumentals. And finally, there's the bass on these earbuds. With their stock EQ, the bass on these earbuds don't hit as hard as the bass on the AirPod Pro 2. However, you can go in and increase the bass on these earbuds, and if you do that, then the bass on these earbuds is going to hit way harder and resonate much deeper than the AirPod Pro 2. So overall, yes, I am going to have to maintain that the Sennheiser CX Plus and Sennheiser Momentum 3s are my preferred sounding earbuds. But the AirPod Pro 2 have truly shot up from dead last to my second favorite sounding earbuds thanks to their improved instrument separation and improved bass response. Albeit, they still err a little towards the brighter side, but I think that's okay because vocals are very strong on these earbuds. But for context, this is with the spatial audio on the AirPod Pro 2 set to fixed, because if you have spatial audio on these earbuds turned off, they do get a little narrow. And personally, I just stick to having the spatial audio on these earbuds set to fixed. I think the whole head tracking thing is simply a gimmick for now. Now, another gimmick that Apple has thrown into these earbuds is their personalized spatial audio, where you can take a picture of your ears and get these earbuds customized to you, and I really didn't notice the difference after going through the process. Now, when it comes to the media controls, this is another upgrade for the AirPod Pro 2. Now, you can press on these stems to play and pause, you can skip through your music, and you can press and hold to cycle between your ANC settings and activate Siri. You can do this with the original AirPod Pro, and you can do this with the AirPod 3, and you still have your wear sensors. Now, I've always felt that this pinching gesture feels awkward, but I do prefer this to having touchpads. But one major upgrade found on the AirPod Pro 2 is that you can now rub these stems upwards or downwards to adjust your volume. Now, this does take a minute to get the hang of, and every swipe is a single step. But regardless, it works, and you no longer have to reach for your phone or Apple Watch if you have one to adjust your volume. And personally, I do find this new gesture on the AirPod Pro 2 to be a rather important upgrade because being able to adjust the volume of your earbuds directly from the earbuds themselves is very convenient, and you don't have to sacrifice any of your other gestures or commands. But now let's talk about the active noise cancellation on these earbuds. Now, Apple claims that the AirPods Pro 2 block out twice as much noise as the originals. And I gotta say, yes, the AirPods Pro 2 block out significantly more noise than its predecessors, and I would actually argue that the AirPods Pro 2 block out more noise than a pair of mid-tier ANC headphones. However, the AirPods Pro 2 still aren't blocking out as much noise as the AirPod Max, Sony 1000 XM5s, Bose QC45s, or the Sennheiser Momentum 4 headphones. However, when compared to other ANC earbuds, I do gotta say that the AirPods Pro 2 are my new number ones. Right below them are the Bose QC earbuds 2. Right below them are the Sennheiser Momentum 3 earbuds. Right below them are the Sony WF-1000XM4s and their itchy foam ear tips. Right below them are the Sony LinkBud S. Right below them are the Jabra Elite 85Ts. Below them are the original AirPods Pro. Below them are the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, it's a weird name. And right below them are the Pixel Buds Pro. So overall, the AirPods Pro 2 have really improved their active noise cancellation, and in general, the AirPods Pro 2 are leading the pack in this new generation of ANC earbuds, and a lot of new ANC earbuds have dropped recently. However, just like with the AirPod Max, which were my top tier ANC headphones up until recently, the AirPods Pro 2 are going about blocking out as much noise as possible through brute force. Now, the AirPods Pro 2 don't have a lot of cabin pressure to them like the AirPod Max do, but I did notice that when I would turn on the ANC on the AirPods Pro 2, I would feel a little nauseous, and sometimes I would even lose my balance a little bit whenever I would do my cardio with these earbuds. And I think it's very important to point this out because I've never experienced this with another pair of ANC earbuds. And even after a month of using these earbuds, I still sometimes will lose my balance a little bit with these earbuds, or I'll just feel a little nauseous or a little dizzy if the ANC on these earbuds is working very hard. So the short of it is, yes, the AirPods Pro 2 block out a ton of noise, and as of Q4 2022, the AirPods Pro 2 are my #1 ANC earbuds when it comes to blocking out noise. However, if you're someone that is sensitive to cabin pressure like I am, then these could make you feel a little nauseous, or they could sometimes make you lose your balance a little bit with their active noise cancellation turned on. Now, this might not happen to everyone, but this is what I've experienced. But next up, there's the transparency mode on these earbuds. Now, Apple has always had the best sounding transparency mode on both their earbuds and headphones. The transparency mode on these earbuds sounds like there's nothing there, unlike the transparency mode on some other earbuds and headphones, where either you'll hear a slight hissing in the background, there could be a slight delay, it could just sound very artificial, or the wrong sounds will get amplified. And thanks to the mesh covering the microphones on these earbuds do an amazing job of blocking out wind noise when walking outdoors. Even if it's super windy outside, very rarely are you ever going to get any interference. But the next upgrade found on these earbuds is that they now have an active transparency mode where they will automatically lower the volume of their transparency mode if there's a sudden loud sound. So if you're walking outdoors and if there's a dog barking or if there's a siren rolling by, your ears aren't going to get blasted like with the transparency mode on some other earbuds out there. Now, the AirPod Max also tried to do this, but they don't get it right like the AirPods Pro 2 do. Now, there are a few headphones and earbuds out there that do this, like the Sony 1000XM4 headphones, the Sony WF-1000XM4 earbuds, or the Sennheiser Momentum 4 headphones. But in general, having an active transparency mode is still fairly rare on either earbuds and headphones. But now that the AirPods Pro 2 have this, I do expect more earbuds and headphones out there are going to have an active transparency mode. Now it's a question of who is able to implement it the best. But overall, I have always really liked the ambient mode on the AirPods Pro, and the AirPods Pro 2 is no exception. Apple has always had the best sounding transparency mode on their earbuds because it sounds the most natural, but now it's even better because it's going to actively protect your hearing, unlike some other earbuds out there which will just blast your ears because they just let in everything. Now, this isn't a feature that you're going to appreciate all of the time, but if you live in the city and if you like to commute with your AirPods, then you'll be really glad that you had it. But finally, here's the microphone test. Now, the AirPods Pro have always had decent sounding microphones on them for phone calls. But the AirPods Pro 2 do have a better sounding microphone on them. They do a better job of focusing on my voice, and for time's sake, the microphone on the AirPods Pro 2 sounds and performs the same as the microphone found on the AirPods 3. And I also feel that the microphone found on the AirPods Pro 2 sounds and performs better than the microphone found on the AirPod Max. Specifically, the AirPods Pro 2 do a better job of focusing on my voice. But where both the AirPod Pro 2 and AirPod 3 shine is when it comes to blocking out noise pollution. Because right now, the AirPod Pro 2 are doing a really good job of reducing this road noise, all while still keeping my voice front and center. Because for comparison's sake, if we were to switch over to my lapel microphone, you're going to clearly hear all of this road noise. But if we were to switch back over to the AirPod Pro 2, it is severely reduced. Now, the AirPods Pro also do a decent job of blocking out this road noise. However, they are changing how my voice sounds. Specifically, my voice sounds a little bit more high-pitched. And with the AirPod Pro Max, you can hear a decent amount of road noise in the background, and there is a noticeable amount of interference going on with my voice. And the same thing can be said when it comes to blocking out chatter. There's a decent amount of chatter coming in, and there's a decent amount of interference going on with my voice. Whereas with the original AirPods Pro, these earbuds are trying to block out this chatter, but my voice is getting pushed down a bit. Whereas with the AirPod Pro 2, these earbuds are also doing a really good job of reducing this chatter, but this time around, my voice is a lot more prominent than with the original AirPod Pro. And for comparison's sake, if we were to switch over to my lapel microphone, you're going to clearly hear all of this chatter. But if we were to switch back over to the AirPod Pro 2, it is severely reduced. So overall, the AirPod Pro 2 do have a better sounding and better performing microphone found on the AirPod Pro. I feel that they have a better sounding microphone than the AirPod Max. And in general, both the AirPod Pro 2 and AirPod 3 have really good sounding microphones on them to take phone calls with, even if you're in a noisier environment. But with all that being said, at first glance, the AirPod Pro 2 may not seem all that different from the original AirPod Pro. However, there are a lot of upgrades here that justify upgrading from the originals, and if you're an iPhone user, you can't go wrong with the AirPod Pro 2. Sound quality wise, the AirPod Pro 2 actually sound really good now. I actually enjoy listening to music and watching movies with them now because they have much better instrument separation and they actually have bass that resonates a good amount. These are easily my number 2 favorite sounding earbuds now, second to only the Sennheiser Momentum 3 and CX Plus. The AirPod Pro 2 are now my number 1 earbuds when it comes to active noise cancellation. Albeit, just be warned that they could make you feel nauseous and make you lose your balance sometimes. But more importantly for me, the AirPod Pro 2 still have the best sounding ambient mode out there, and they'll now actively protect you from getting your ears blasted. And the AirPod Pro 2 have a few other goodies worth mentioning. I like that they can now actively show you their real-time battery status on your phone. I like that you can now separately track their case down using the Find My app. I like that you can now charge this case with your Apple Watch charger if you have one, and I like the improved battery life. I even like the built-in speaker in this case, even though it may seem annoying and unnecessary at first. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit the like button and get subscribed. If you want to pick any of the products up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch. I made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And you know I can be very particular, so I'll only slap my name on something if I'm really proud of it.